This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Reading by Kristen Hughes. Ballads of a Bohemian by Robert W. Service. Book 3, Late Summer, Part 5. August 10th, 1914. I am living in a little house so near the sea that at high tide I can see on my bedroom wall the reflected ripple of the water. At night I waken to the melodious welter of waves, or maybe there is a great stillness, and then I know that the sand and sea grass are lying naked to the moon. But soon the tide returns, and once more I hear the roistering of the waves. Calvert, my friend, is a lover as well as a painter of nature. He rises with the dawn to see the morning mist kindle to coral and the sun's edge clear the hill crest. As he munches his coarse bread and sips his white wine, what dreams are his beneath the magic changes of the sky! He will paint the same scene under a dozen conditions of light. He has looked so long for beauty that he has come to see it everywhere. I love this friendly home of his. A peace steals over my spirit, and I feel as if I could stay here always. Some day I hope that I too may have such an one, and that I may write like this. I have some friends. I have some friends, some worthy friends, and worthy friends are rare. These carpet slippers on my feet, that padded leather chair, this old and shabby dressing gown, so well the worse of wear. I have some friends, some honest friends, and honest friends are few. My pipe of briar, my open fire, a book that's not too new. My bed so warm, the nights of storm I love to listen to. I have some friends, some good, good friends, who faithful are to me, my wrestling partner when I rise the big and burly sea, my little boat that's riding there so saucy and so free. I have some friends, some golden friends, whose worth will not decline, a tawny Irish terrier, a purple shading pine, a little red-roofed cottage that so proudly I call mine. All other friends may come and go, all other friendships fail, but these, the friends I've worked to win, oh, they will never stale, and comfort me till time shall write the finish to my tale. Calvert tries to paint more than the thing he sees. He tries to paint behind it, to express its spirit. He believes that beauty is God made manifest, and that when we discover Him in nature, we discover Him in ourselves. But Calvert did not always see thus. At one time he was a pagan, content to paint the outward aspect of things. It was after his little child died he gained in vision. Maybe the thought that the dead are lost to us was too unbearable. He had to believe in a coming together again. The Quest. I saw him on the purple seas, I saw him on the peaks of flame. Amid the gloom of giant trees and canyons, lone I called his name. The wasted ways of earth I trod, in vain I found not God. I sought him in the hives of men, the cities grand, the hamlets gray, the temples old beyond my ken, the tabernacles of today. All life that is, from cloud to clod, I sought. Alas, I found not God. Then after roaming far and wide, in streets and seas and deserts wild, I came to stand at last beside the deathbed of my little child. Lo, as I bent beneath the rod, I raised my eyes, and there was God. A golden mile of sand swings hammock-like between two tusks of rock. The sea is sleeping sapphire that wakes to cream and crash upon the beach. There is a majesty in the detachment of its lazy waves, and it is good in the night to hear its friendly roar. Good, too, to leap forth with the first sunshine and fall into its arms, to let it pummel the body to living ecstasy and send one to breakfast glad-eyed and glowing. Behind the house the greensward slopes to a wheat field that is like a wall of gold. Here I lie and laze away the time, or dip into a favorite book, Stevenson's Letters or Belloc's Path to Rome. Bees drone in the wild thyme, a cuckoo keeps calling, a lark spills jeweled melody. Then there is a seeming silence, but it is the silence of a deeper sound. After all, silence is only man's confession of his deafness. Like death, like eternity, it is a word that means nothing. So lying there, I hear the breathing of the trees, the crepitation of the growing grass, the seething of the sap and the movements of innumerable insects. Strange how I think with distaste of the spurious glitter of Paris, of my garret, even of my poor little book. I watch the wife of my friend gathering poppies in the wheat. There is a sadness in her face, for it is only a year ago they lost their little one. Often I see her steal away to the village graveyard, sitting silent for long and long. The Comforter. As I sat by my baby's bed that's open to the sky, there fluttered round and round my head a radiant butterfly. And as I wept, of hearts that ache the saddest in the land, it left a lily for my sake and lighted on my hand. I watched it, oh, so quietly, and though it rose and flew, as if it fain would comfort me, it came and came anew. Now where my darling lies at rest I do not dare to sigh, for look, there gleams upon my breast a snow-white butterfly. My friends will have other children, and if some day they should read this piece of verse, perhaps they will think of the city lad who used to sit under the old fig tree in the garden and watch the lizards sun themselves on the time-worn wall. The Other One. Gather around me, children dear, the wind is high and the night is cold. Closer, little ones, snuggle near, let's seek a story of ages old, a magic tale of a bygone day, of lovely ladies and dragons dread. Come, for you're all so tired of play, we'll read till it's time to go to bed. So they all are glad, and they nestle in and squat on the rough old nursery rug, and they nudge and hush as I begin, and the fire leaps up, and all's so snug. And there I sit in the big armchair, and how they are eager and sweet and wise, and they cup their chins in their hands and stare at the heart of the flame with thoughtful eyes. And then, as I read by the ruddy glow, and the little ones sit entranced and still, he's drawing near. Ah, I know he's listening too, as he always will. He's there, he's standing beside my knee. I see him so well, my wee, wee son. Oh, children dear, don't look at me, I'm reading now for the other one. For the firelight glints in his golden hair, and his wondering eyes are fixed on my face, and he rests on the arm of my easy chair, and the book's a blur, and I lose my place, and I touch my lips to his shining head, and my voice breaks down, and the story's done. Oh, children, kiss me and go to bed, leave me to think of the other one. Of the one who will never grow up at all, who will always be just